Among Us absolutely crushing it on Nintendo Switch? Pokken Tournament 2 a true possibility? A superstar sale on a super overlooked game? And will we finally get that coveted Animal Crossing New Horizons trailer? All that and more in today's episode, so let's dive in. What's up, my friends? Another week is in the books, and that means it's time for another one of our very own Nintendo Direct Micro, where we discuss the biggest Switch stuff that happened this past week and talk about what to look forward to in the days ahead. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Smash that like button if you like the Switch like me, and let me know in the comments down below your answer to today's question, which we'll get to in a minute. But first, the big news of this week was that there wasn't really much news. I mean, after the big end blessed the first week of Good Morning Mario with Bowser's Fury and new Pokemon Snap, they went radio silent this week. But there's still interesting things that went down, and the first is the must-play of the week, Hitman 3 Cloud version. Now, even if you don't want to buy the game or the game isn't for you, please give it a download. It's pretty fun to see a game of that caliber, graphically and complexity, running pretty great on Switch. Like, is it perfect? No, but it's totally playable. Plus, it's a great chance for you to check out if your internet connection works well with these cloud games, in case anything that you're really excited about does drop on the Switch in the future. Fingers crossed for that very terrifying but super intriguing, throwback, futuristic, awesome, and tall woman-infused Resident Evil 8 one day hitting the Switch service in the cloud. But also, some announcements happened this week. A few big ones, actually. Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning is hitting Switch March 16th. Leaked that Apex Legends is dropping on February 2nd, and my personal favorite, Nuts. Nuts is coming out on February 4th. I had never heard about this game before this week, and it looks nuts. It's about squirrels in the forest, and it gives me very Firewatch type vibes with an interesting aesthetic. It's almost like night vision or heat vision or a mix of different visions, but not the vision, even though WandaVision is getting better episode by episode. I think Nuts is going to be really cool. I'm going to try to get my hands on the game so I can check it out for all of you, but give a look to some of the footage if you're interested in a little squirrel mayhem and a little exploratory, story-driven adventure. Now, the biggest news is nothing. It was a very light week, some talk of a Joy-Con drift lawsuit and a few more Switch Pro mentions, but for the most part, it was a blank for the big end. Instead, let's focus on the under-the-radar news, including Among Us absolutely crushing it, like destroying Switch sales. It's reported that it sold 3.2 million copies thus far on the Nintendo eShop, and it's stayed at number one ever since its inception on December 15th. Now, that's a lot of copies in a short period of time, and you might be saying, Zach, Among Us has over 100 million players. 3.2 is nothing. It's a couple percentage points, but consider that that's on one console in 1 month or less. It's pretty impressive, and it just shows how determined Nintendo is to draw good titles, whether they're small or big, to their system. I think it's understated how much emphasis Nintendo has placed on attracting some of these smaller, more casual, or even just more fun and big player-based games to their platform. Fortnite, Apex is coming, they got Warframe, Among Us, Hades. So many titles have come to Switch and find themselves succeeding with fire, flying colors, and fun. Among Us will continue to be one of the top sellers in the eShop for months to come, I am sure of it, until something else comes along, and that's what's exciting about the Switch. Yeah, they may not have Madden or the latest AAA masterpiece, but they are getting more and more titles of interest. The first-party games seem to be swelling for this season, and their indie front, their downloadable front, it's pretty much unmatched. There's also a new tidbit on another Pokemon game. Yeah, another Pokemon title that could come to Switch. We're being so inundated with this franchise this year. Pretty soon I'll be writing the video descriptions in unknown. But basically, Katsuhiro Harada, who's the legendary producer of Tekken over at Bandai Namco, he was asked about making a new Pokken Tournament game, and he said, "We've got a great relationship with Nintendo. Pokken had a great response. I would like to make it again, but it's up to Nintendo." And this is interesting because perhaps it's a silent pitch for them to peruse through this Pokken franchise once more. It's actually a pretty fun game, and one that flew under the radar as an early Wii U port to Nintendo Switch. I don't know how many of you have played it, but it's pretty freaking sweet to actually play as Pokemon in a fighting game. You're not issuing commands, no, you're playing as them. It's not the best fighting game ever, but it was pretty freaking fun to fight as Charizard on the Switch. And in spite of all the Pokemon action we're bound to receive in 2021, I'd be totally down for another go at this. Even just seeing a refreshed roster would be exciting. It's no Smash Brothers, but it's a great alternative, and I'm down for Pokemon to do this. Personally, I'd prefer a new game over another remake. Pokken has an underrated single player and enjoyable multiplayer action, but Harada, if you make it again, do not leave Tyranitar out this time, okay? Don't make that mistake twice. So with the talk of Tournament 2, and the rumblings that DK might be barreling his way towards a new game in 2021, today's question of the week is, what Switch game would you love to see get a sequel? Splatoon? Mario Odyssey? Let me know in the comments down below your dream pick. For me, it's Mario Kart. 8 Deluxe is awesome, but it's not dedicated for Switch. We need a new one. 9. If that happens, I'm good. Whatever else happens in 2021 game-wise, if we got Mario Kart 9, I would be totally satiated. I just imagine what the roster will look like after Smash Bros. Ultimate opened so many opportunities for Nintendo and crossover characters, and plus, new courses would just float my boat. I mean, the lineup in 8 is absolutely awesome. The DLC was downright delicious, but after playing those tracks so many times, I have raced to first with Rosalina on the Yoshi bike hundreds of times. I'm ready for something new, and yeah, it may not happen given the continued sales of 8 Deluxe, but hey, a new game would blossom, balloon, and blow up as well, eventually reaching mega sales alongside 8 Deluxe. So make it happen, Nintendo, but I'm curious what sequels you guys would want to see. Talk at me in the comments down below. I will be reading them. Our sale of the week is an awesome game that never gets enough love. Yeah, Resident Evil is on sale, and there's some great prices to be had, but Super Crush KO is 50% off, the lowest it's ever been, $7.50 for this phenomenal game. If you never played Graceful Explosion Machine when the Switch first dropped, that was one of our first favorite indies here at SwitchForce. Super Crush KO is Vertex Pop's latest title. It released in January of 2020, and I feel like everybody slept on it. It is still a game centered around combat, colors, and combos, and it's so fun to see if you can go through an entire level filling the combo meter and not messing up once. And ooh, if you get perfect on a boss battle, it is a phenomenal feeling. You star as a girl trying to save her cat, a simple story and simple execution, but one that feels fantastic on your fingers. It's just a great game, it's simple, and it feels right at home on Nintendo Switch. So at $7.50, like, you gotta go grab it. It's on sale till January 28th. Whew, now that we've got through all that, what do we have to look forward to in the coming week? Well, I'm hoping to see some leveling out. The first week of GMM was loaded, the second week was empty. Is Nintendo gonna stay silent, or are they ready to get things rolling again? I fully expect the Animal Crossing New Horizons update trailer to happen on Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, yet the last update said scheduled for late January, so maybe they're gonna miss their intended date. I do not know. Bowser's Fury is nearing closer and closer, so I'm getting excited for that, but it's not dropping this week, so Cyber Shadow kind of takes the cake. This is Yacht Club Games' new title, no longer a Shovel Knight only studio. They're bringing you Cyber Shadow, which still is an homage to games in the Super Nintendo era, and it looks awesome, so we'll be checking that out once it drops. And of course, we'll be bringing you all the latest and greatest from Nintendo and the Switch, and my main man Mario, if he's able to recover. Bowser kind of took over the show for a few days there, so we'll have to see if Mario's able to bounce back, but make sure to join me every morning for that show. I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Smash that like button if you had fun with me today. Until next time though, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. I love you a lot. Let's get ready for another fantastic week. SwitchForce out.